December 16th meeting to order. And ask for a motion to suspend the rules. Moved by Mr. Tisdale. Second by Mr. Creel. Any discussion? All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Clerk will read the revisions.
To the policy agenda, we're removing item 4D, resolution requesting the Mississippi legislature to adopt legislation to authorize a $3 levy city occupancy tax upon the nightly room rentals. To the routine agenda, we're substituting the routine resolution to remove the following parcel at 610 Howard Avenue from adjudications due to coming into compliance.
Thank you. Chair, I entertain a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Tisdale. Second by Mr. Creel. Any discussion? All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Move on to mayor's report.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. Welcome everyone. And wish everybody happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, everything else Merry. And the first order on my agenda, I would like to ask my chief, our chief, Miller, to come up and let me recognize you and give you a 35-year pin. The gold watch will be coming. Okay? Thank you, Chief. So you've not disappointed me a little bit. So I love you and all the best. Because we might not have you 2 more weeks, right? So thank you, Chief. Let me read a statement here regarding the amendment to the agenda. It should be noted that we requested the removal of resolution D from today's agenda. This resolution was never about a decision today. It's about giving the citizens of Biloxi the opportunity to vote on whether this measure should move forward. It represents a reasonable attempt to address ongoing budget concerns by asking the visitors to share in the cost of supporting tourism, special events, and beautification. Services that benefit our residents, our businesses, and our city as a whole. If passed by referendum, it would be a pass-through taxpayer only by visitors to our city, sharing the cost of those services now provided and paid for by the citizens of Biloxi. Other than ad valorem tax, there is no other direct revenue source the city can count on to offset the significant increase in the cost of these critical services, especially considering those increases over the last 4 years. Many municipalities in Mississippi, including Jackson, Natchez, Vicksburg, Hattiesburg, Oxford, utilize occupancy tax as well as our tourism neighbors to the east, Mobile, Gulf Shores, Pensacola, and to the west, New Orleans. Blocking the vote of the people removes an option from the table and leaves the city fewer choices moving forward, including the possibility of cutting services or
elsewhere. Decisions of this careful consideration, open dialogue, and transparency. By pulling this item today, I'm asking the council to reflect, engage with the people they represent, and consider whether allowing the citizens to vote is the appropriate path forward. The people of Biloxi deserve a voice in the decisions that shape the future of their city. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mayor. No departmental reports. We'll move on to council reports. Mr. Gray.
I'm like the mayor. I would like to wish everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. This weekend, we did a children's parade last night. It was really nice to watch all the kids do a performance and all the kids on the street getting beads. We got the Christmas on the Avenue coming up. We have live entertainment. They're gonna make it snow on a View Marché. They need plenty of help to make this happen. This is just not a small organization. So if anybody wants to, they got any vacation they need to burn by the first of the year, and they want to volunteer, I'm sure Wednesday at 12 o'clock, they need all the volunteers they can to put the Christmas trees out. Unfortunately, somebody went in there and helped herself to a bunch of Christmas trees that they had set aside. So they're going to try to figure out a way to get them back so we can get them going. I know myself, I caught a couple people trying to steal them and stop them so they can put them, so they can have these for these events. Nicole Nazak and Joel Davis has been working, and their whole crew has been working tirelessly trying to pull this off. If they can get this the way they want it to, this is going to be something Biloxi has never seen before. And this is something Biloxi has been needing for many years. And hopefully it'll draw attention to get more people here. Hopefully they'll rent hotel rooms, eat in our restaurant, things that we want. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gray. Mr. Marshall?
No report.
Thank you. Mr. Nail?
I was just going to say, we had a lot of fun in War Market Parade, riding, throwing beads. Last night, same thing. But I don't know if y'all just listen for 1 minute. Y'all going to hear some trucks running over on Camellia Street, laying asphalt. That's a big deal for that area right now. A real big deal. I should be through maybe end of the week, I hope. And we never did a study on Greater Avenue with the speed limit sign.
I don't think we haven't had traffic committee yet.
The little digital one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. And then we need to, the bathrooms in Hilla Park. I was just gonna see when we might be able to, any kind of update on that.
I'm waiting on a meeting probably after the holidays with the Knights of the Peter Claver. We're gonna go out there and assess what they're able to do with the roof repairs and different things like that, then start working on the interior once we get the outside structure up to par where it needs to be.
Okay,
Yes,
all
sir.
right. And painting the pavilion down at the bottom. I don't know, I know this is an off, they're not cutting grass right now. I thought maybe they could paint. All right. That's about it, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Creel?
Yes, sir. So, first of all, congratulations, Chief Miller. 35 years, that's longer than I'm alive. How about that? Right? Yeah, so we had a beautification commission meeting on the 10th of December last week. I shared the minutes with you, council, from that meeting. According to the agenda today, looking forward to confirming 2 additional members to that committee. We had a Ward 4 meeting, the last one of the year, last Tuesday at Margaret Sherry. Thank you to Chief Debeck, Rick, and Jamie Lee, and then Christina Johnson for showing up. Got into great detailed discussion with some speed on Pops Ferry and Sunkiss Country Club, as well as the updates at the Causeway between Parks and Rec and with the Ports and Harbors assistance as well. So I truly appreciate you guys showing up, and so do the residents that are there to gather the information. So thank you guys again for coming out. And if possible, before we adjourn today, I'd like to adjourn in memory of Pete Misko, who passed away, one of Biloxi's finest gentlemen, baseball coaches, heroes, and also inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame. So prayers to his family. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Tisdale?
Yes, just a few things. I was looking over the monthly financial report for October, and we get a cover email from the controller dealing with the general fund, basically the figures, revenue and expenses for that month, and the water sewer fund. And there are some transfers out in the general fund, but I don't know what they're for. Can anybody? I mean, that's why I'd ask for the controller to be here, but that's fine. The next thing is I want to thank Parks and Recreation. Thank you, Jamie, for lighting that historic oak. I've been working on that for a number of years. You got it done. I appreciate that. There is one suggestion. These lights are above ground, which means the filaments for the bulb you see a lot of that, so it diminishes the effect. So up on the post with the lights, if there's some way to shield the filaments or the bulbs on the side, kind of like they do at the Causeway Park
Maybe like,
sign.
kind of like a dome or something that goes on.
Yeah, just something,
Got
just
it. Fixture.
almost like a cone around the light, because it's hard to, anyway, that would just be an improvement. I don't know how difficult that is to do, but if it could be done easily, that would be breathtaking. But anyway, it looks very good. Thank you so much for that. The next thing is, we did the Christmas parade last night, and did the Wool Market Parade this past Saturday. It was a sparse crowd, but I think that's really because it was moved. Nobody could help that. It poured the regularly scheduled night, but it was a cold weeknight last night. But anyway, those who showed up had a good time, and the Kelly's dancers, they did an outstanding job. Also, I'd like to thank Chief Miller again for his service and support and everything you've done for the city, all the late night calls, all the pointed questions, all the bobbing and weaving sometimes we all have to do as employees of the city. But thank you very much, Chief, for your service to the citizens in the city of Biloxi. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tisdale. Mr. Shoemaker.
Yeah, just a couple of things. We did have the Wool Market Christmas Parade Saturday. Weather was beautiful. I thought the turnout was good. I don't know if we had quite as many participants this year, but there's a couple of reasons for that, but I think next year will be even better. It went great. A lot of the councilmen were able to show up, the mayor. I think everybody had a good time. So hopefully next year we'll continue with it. It's been going on, I think, 5 years now, but it was a great event and the weather was beautiful. Lastly, and I'm going to preface it with, I know this is petty, absolutely petty, compared to the issues we're dealing with in the city. But I would be remiss if I didn't bring it up. I brought it up last year, and again, it's petty. Let me stress that. Christmas lights in the city. I can go drive in any three directions of Biloxi, and there are Christmas lights throughout the city. And I understand Wool Market gets forgotten when it comes to the city of Biloxi, occasionally. Last year, I had 3 Christmas lights on poles. I finally, I think Friday or Saturday, was able to get 2 Christmas lights on telephone poles. The rest of the city, I mean, there's places all over the city that we need Christmas lights that have lots and lots of traffic and tourists and local people that want to see that. And again, in the scheme of things, it's nothing and it's not a big deal. But I think as a city the size of Biloxi and what people think about when they travel to Biloxi and citizens that live in Biloxi, I think we are failing when it comes to that. Again, and I know it takes money. We discussed this last year, and I'll be quite honest. Kay Miller told me she was coming. I spoke to her last December that she was going to ask for money and is yet to show up. At some point, we need to do better. It's just one of those things, I think, that a city does as a city for the residents and the people coming to that city. I've had, and I'm confident that most of the other council, if not all the other council, has received calls as well, and I've had several. Again, I don't know what we can do. The budget, it's going to be worse next year than it is this year. But hopefully we can do something better next year when it comes to Christmas lights and lighting up the city at Christmas time. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shoemaker. Nice jacket, by the way.
Festive.
There you go. I got a couple of things. First of all, Chief Miller, 35 years. You've given everything, and we certainly appreciate your leadership. It certainly shows your reputation when you ask about, you mention your very name. The next thing that comes is the very best. And that's what I think about when I think about Chief Miller. So thank you, sir. Okay. You're welcome. Want to recognize Kevin Felcher, our representative, back of the room. Also, former supervisor Connie Rocco is sitting there. We'll talk about her in a little bit. And executive director of the Mississippi Hotel and Lodging Association, Miss Linda Hornsby. Want to recognize her as well. And we got, all of y'all are special, but I wanted to point those out. I also attended the Wool Market Parade, had the pleasure to ride with Councilman Tisdale. He weaved back and forth, but there was a purpose to it, so we could make sure we can make those throws to the people that were waiting for candy or beads or whatever. And the weather was outstanding. It was a nice event. Couple things in Ward 6, the entrance to Destiny Plantation, the blacktop, as you go into the brick pavered subdivision, seems to be damaged or a little torn up. If somebody can just put some eyes on that, see if it needs any tender loving care. There was a lighting issue out at the Sportsplex a couple weeks ago. I called Ronnie, and he kind of gave a quick answer, which I was able to communicate to others, which kind of got them quieted down, and then it was remedied soon after that, and I appreciate the attention to that. And then last, I know this is our last meeting before Christmas, and just wish everybody a wonderful Christmas. It means different things to different people this time of year. Some people are hurting during this time of the year. Some people are celebrating during this time of the year. So wrap your arms around your friends and loved ones, and maybe even those that need a hug that you may not know, and let them kind of feel what Christmas is all about. So it's real important. This one is certainly special to me for a variety of reasons. And that'll conclude council reports.
President, can I bring up one thing? I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
My apologies. I did forget to bring something up. Y'all, this Saturday, 8 to 10 at the Point Cadet Pavilion, Representative Kevin Felcher sponsors this, I think, a couple times throughout the year. It's Clean Up Biloxi. Bags, gloves, water, things like that will be provided. And it's a great time if you can volunteer, come out. We're going to pick up litter, pick up trash, and try to clean up Biloxi some. It's usually a great event. Usually we have a good turnout. So I know it's Christmas time, so hopefully everyone can turn out. Again, that's 8 to 10 this coming Saturday at Point Cadet Pavilion. Thank you.
Councilman.
Thank you, Mr. Shoemaker. Mr. Felcher, you want to add anything? Okay. Mr. Gray, you had something?
No, I was thanking Councilman Shoemaker for bringing that up. I was just trying to get your attention to bring it up.
Okay.
And also the trees on the Christmas on Avenue on the 21st. If y'all know somebody that's in need of a Christmas tree, they're going to be free. And some of them's decorated, some ain't, but all of them have lights. So if you need a family that needs one, they're going to be there. Y'all contact me, and I can help y'all organize that. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. All right. Council reports are now concluded. We'll move on to public agenda, citizens' comments. We have a total time of 45 minutes. Each person will have 3 minutes to talk on any subject that you desire. This is not a question and answer session. This is strictly public comments. When you're recognized, come up to the front, sign in your name and your address, and state it clearly for the clerk to record. We'll start on my left, your right. Raise your hand to be recognized. Yes, sir.
What? Who? Oh.
Good afternoon, City Council. My name is Andy Linville. I was asked to come here tonight by several citizens who are deeply concerned about the direction the city's headed. Community interest appears high, and the public discussion is very active at this time. People are worried, and they have every reason to be worried. You're about to vote about adding a $3 room tax to create more revenue, but Biloxi doesn't have a revenue problem. We have an accountability problem that needs to be solved first. Biloxi has substantial revenue compared to many cities. Gulfport, Hattiesburg, South Haven, they manage to balance their budgets, but Biloxi keeps running short. It's not a revenue problem, it's a management problem. Before we ask citizens to pay more, we need to see where our money is going. Based on public records that I have requested, transparency at City Hall is selective and inconsistent, especially when it comes to information about our finances. On July 1st, this council voted to bring Curry, Johnson, and Myers under the city attorney. I believe this arrangement raises serious legal questions under state law and city charter. From public information, it appears that the director of legal is typically a city employee, not an outside counsel billing through a private firm. How long has this city operated under this structure, and what is that legal basis? Since then, our legal spending has significantly increased. Cases take longer, they cost more, and taxpayers are footing the bill. Hourly rates don't mean much when the hours continue to grow. This isn't good government. It creates the appearance of self-dealing and weak oversight. Council members, you have the power to fix this. That vote you took last July, it can be reversed. Here's what needs to happen. Call an executive session as permitted by law. Do it without the mayor. Do it without the city attorney. You can't have an honest conversation replacing someone when they're sitting in the room. On your next meeting, vote to hire an independent, out-of-area attorney, someone without local politics. To make this happen, you need to create a legal oversight committee made up of council members and citizens. Give that committee appropriate access consistent with law to review contracts, invoices, and summaries of settlements. Before you vote to raise taxes, vote to clean your own house. Citizens of Biloxi are watching, and they're ready for leadership that stands with them, not above them. It only takes 4 votes when you figure the recusal. Those 4 votes can restore accountability to this city. Do the right thing. And I hope each and every one of you have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Anyone else on my left, your right? Yes, sir.
Hello. My name is Yuri Petrini. I'm from People of Biloxi website, as some of you may be aware at this point. Please enter the record the 3 files that I handed to you. That will be the affidavit, that will be the letter to the city council, and that would also be a Veridex report that was that has a lot of things that was sent to the FBI. So what I'm here for is because we've been having a very grave situation that resulted in 3 lawsuits, to which the city attorney here has been playing some very weird games. Which the city attorney has been playing some very weird game. So when this started, I have tried to settle several times with the city without asking for absolutely any compensation, but the corruption goes so far and the abuse as well that they have been in check for so long. They have no sense of limits whatsoever. So as you can now see, it's very unfortunate that I only have 3 minutes and I would need 3 hours. But long story short, you can see there are several instances of Mr. Kerr here showing up on Sundays. That's not as Monday, not Tuesday, we're talking about Sundays. He's been caught on video, he's trespassed to my commercial property, to which I have connections to the Department of State. And that triggered actually a two-part investigation that is ongoing, and I'm expected to be called into testimony soon. You all have a copy of that, and that is also on the record for the public to see. But this goes very, very far, but I do expect then, and all of you were in copy in an email, that what's going on is that they keep intimidating, they keep showing up, Creel, and I would love for him to say it's a lie. He been to my commercial property more than one time. He interrogated my wife. He walked over 150 feet inside on a woman that is by herself and started asking questions, started taking pictures. That is not acceptable. They think they are some sort of mafioso. He's been stealing over, I don't know how many $100,000s of dollars. So his wife has several weird dealings. But we have 3 minutes and I'll be here many other times. I appreciate everyone.
Anyone else on my left, your right? Raise your hand to be recognized if you'd like to speak. Anyone on my right, your left?
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jason Stearman, Goose Point Boulevard, Biloxi, Mississippi. Thanks for letting me speak. I actually want to bring some good news today and express some gratitude to all the city leadership. Mike, I appreciate you helping us. Like he said, we've got trucks rolling on Camellia. It's been a pain in the neck for everybody. And I'd like to recognize Walt Rohde. Jerry hooked me up with him a while ago, and he's been really doing a good job trying to keep this complicated project together, and we're finally seeing some progress, so I wanted to thank you guys very much. Also, I wanted to just make a couple of public announcements. We're doing a Mississippi Santa toy drive this afternoon at the sanctuary from 4 to 8 p.m. We're giving away toys. If anybody in any of y'all's districts has any need for toys, there's no special requirements. They just show up. We got Santa Claus over there. We're going to be whipping up some hot cocoa and giving away cookies. Everything is free. If you have anybody, they don't need to apply. I don't need to know why they need toys. They bring their kids and they can pick out toys. We got a ton of them. So I want to be empty-handed by 8 o'clock tonight if y'all could help me out with that. And then finally, January 17th, we have, and thank you on behalf of all of my tenants in the building, by the way. It really does make a big difference with the road. And on January 17th, we've got a Tunnel to Towers fundraiser event. We've partnered with a spirit manufacturer, Raka Vodka. They have a Tunnel to Towers commemorative Heroes bottle. The first worldwide launch, it was supposed to be in Los Angeles. I was able to bring it to Biloxi, Mississippi. The first time that this bottle will be sold will be in Biloxi. We're doing a big fundraiser. $5 off of every bottle that they sell anywhere in the world goes directly to Tunnel to Towers. I've already got a lot of commitments from some sponsors that are going to write checks directly to Tunnel to Towers. It's going to be an all-day event starting at 10 a.m. We're going to have an exhibition wrestling match. We're going to have a couple of bands. We're going to do silent auctions. We've got some celebrities coming. Some of the actors from Chicago Fire on NBC are going to be in town. They're going to sign some of these hero bottles so we can raise a lot of money. And we're going to donate a percentage of our sales. We've also got Scott Payne. He's a very famous undercover FBI agent. He's now retired, and he was on Joe Rogan recently. He's coming and speaking for us for free to raise awareness and try to raise a lot of money. I'd like to invite everybody here And actually, it's Chief Miller's retirement party. He just doesn't know it. It's the day after he retires, we figured out. But seriously, I'd like to invite everybody here. Kenny's going to speak for us for sure. Mr. Mayor, we'd love if you'd come and say a few words. And please let everybody know, it's a really good cause. Tunnel to Towers does a lot of great things. They give away mortgage-free homes to first responders and the families, Gold Star families of fallen veterans. Great organization, and all of their money goes to the charity. So please, if you could help us support that and bring a lot of goodwill to Biloxi. And that's my time. Thank you guys. Merry Christmas. I'm not going to be rude, but I got to go make cocoa. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Jason.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate everything you do in the community for us. Anyone else on my right, your left? Anyone? Raise your hand and be recognized. Anyone in the back of the room? All right. Citizens' comments is now closed. We'll move on to the policy agenda. We'll start with the ordinance, first reading.
Ordinance to amend Chapter 12, licenses and businesses regulations to add Article 15, towing services.
Do I have a motion? It's first reading. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second it.
Moved by Mr. Creel, seconded by Mr. Gray. This is a first reading. Move on to the resolutions.
Resolution appointing Connie Waco to the Biloxi Beautification Commission for a term beginning December 2nd, 2025, and ending December 1st, 2028.
I'd like to move that.
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Creel. I'd like to call Ms. Rocco up for a second or two to make some comments. We've been patiently waiting for this moment, and I believe I speak for majority, if not all, of the council members. We're really excited. Your experience in beautification on the county level, your leadership on the state, national level goes without saying, and we're just all excited that you would join this effort. I think it's going to move the needle significantly along with the others that are working so hard to make our city beautiful. You have a track record of success, and I can't wait to see what magic, no pressure, the magic that you can add to this commission.
Thank you so much for having that much caring that much about and really believing in what we say. But I'm sorry that I'm a little under the weather, but I have lost my wind beneath my wings, so I'm going to be starting a little slow this time. But Robert always told me, my husband, that people had 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. He reminded me that a lot. So I would just like to say that I'm very honored to be here, and I hope that we can accomplish a lot. And when we started beautification in the county and all 5 cities, we became certified with Keep America Beautiful, and that was in 1989. And we did the household hazardous waste collection days, the Christmas tree recycling, the telephone book recycling, and cleanups. And we also did trees and that sort of thing. And we had a budget of $12,000, which was my salary. I was a big paid director. And Bobby Eleuteris was very instrumental in it, as well as Boyce Holloman in writing the law, because we didn't have permission or a law to even make a beautification commission in the county. So with that, we used basically the money for our success was the community. We went to businesses. If you want to, maybe a light, I know my husband used to put up lights for Christmas, and I remember that. But maybe businesses would like to buy an ornament, or, maybe there should be an honor of trees to be planted, or you'd be surprised how many people would like to participate in helping their community look beautiful. And There's casinos, I'll put them on the spot, for meetings to look good. And also, we have education. If you can get into the schools and into these clubs, such as, the Lions Club and the different clubs, and educate people on litter and encourage them to recycle because it gives some value to trash. So I can hear my husband saying, all right, that's enough. And I appreciate the fact that we've come full circle here and I get to talk trash and show dirty movies again.
Any other comments?
Yeah, so just a few things that you said. The 12,000, we certainly would take that. Unfortunately, this is a not funded commission, but based on your comments and to further what you said, that's exactly what the commission, the current commission, has been discussing is civic and public involvement in reaching out to the cities, to the citizens to assist us. And although there's 7 members appointed, we can have as many ex officio members as we need. And so I think everyone in the city should be on the Beautification Commission, honestly. However, we're in the process of trying to come up with a fund through a entity to where citizens can donate in honor of, as you just mentioned, to where the commission would have some funding through public donations and private donations to assist in your efforts. We look forward to having you on there and your expertise, and thank you for accepting a nomination for a commission that has no authority and no funding. So that speaks volumes, speaks volumes.
All right, with that, we'll go ahead and call for the question. All in favor? Those opposed? Congratulations. Biloxi needs you. Congratulations. Move on to the next item.
Resolution appointing James McClendon to the Biloxi Beautification Commission for a term beginning December 16th, 2025 and ending December 15th, 2028.
Entertain a motion.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Mr. Marshall, second by Mr. Tisdale. Mr. Marshall.
Mr. James McClendon is a retired Navy veteran, electrician. He served on the USS Enterprise, USS Eisenhower, USS Nimitz. Knew his mother very well. He's always been an upstanding man in our community. Always been very supportive. Anything we need him in the community, whether I'm asking him or anyone asking him, he always comes forward and makes sure that he does his job. Whatever you're asking him to do, he does it with honor and with respect. This position, I wish it was a paid position, but it's not. But he's that type of man. He's going to work for free, and we need that. We need somebody to care about our community, and with that, I'm going to be supporting him. And as I said, he come forward. You want to say a couple words?
Hi, my name is James McClendon, and I appreciated being nominated and accept working with the commission, the Beautification Commission, and on the committee as well. And looking forward to putting my input with the committee and everybody else and stuff like that. But I'm looking forward to it. Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much again for accepting the position. We look forward to you contributing. And just so you know, I wanted to let you and Ms. Rocco know that the next meeting is January the 7th in council chambers at 11 a.m.
Okay.
Perfect. And thank you again, sir.
You all.
Any other comments?
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Call for the question. All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations.
One more comment. I want to thank Chief Miller for 35 years of service.
Yes, sir. All right.
Next item.
Consent agenda.
That's it? All right, we'll move on to the consent. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Creel.
Second.
Second by Mr. Tisdale. Mr. Creel?
All right, let's see here. So, item S, I believe, just quick question, that's on the transfer funds? Right, so one question, and I'm sure you have a dissertation, but one question that it indicates that half the money is going to citywide street repairs. Would that be included in paving?
$621,000 is going to citywide street repairs. That's where we pave out of. We repair streets and pave from that project.
Okay, so that would provide funding that we currently do not have for paving?
Correct.
Okay.
$21,000.
The additional money is just going to water and sewer?
It is currently in the water sewer balance, the fund balance. What this is going to do is it's going to remove the encumbrance that's prevented us from being able to spend that in that fund balance.
Okay.
It basically goes back to the water sewer.
Okay, perfect. Does anyone else have any questions on that one?
I do. So the actual 600 and something thousand going to paving, it'll go into a paving fund. It doesn't go into the general fund, it goes into a paving fund.
Correct. It goes into the
To that account that's designated as paving fund, which makes it encumbered for, it can only be used for paving.
I think you got a couple in the 999 project, citywide paving, in a project, a catch-all project.
Yeah, this one sends it back to our catch-all.
Bottom line is the redistribution of some excess funding that we had for the water well project.
I understand the water part. So the water part, so there's $1,200,000, 621 is going to the paving fund.
Correct.
600 is going to repay or
Water and sewer fund back.
the water and sewer fund back that we were going to borrow and use.
Correct.
Correct? So here's my question. If we don't do paving, does the money sit there and until it's spent, or could it be a budget amendment to put it back into the general fund?
It will, that money can't just go back to general.
That's what I'm asking. Okay.
Cannot. It has to, the things permissible under the Infrastructure Act.
Christie might want to enhance the position.
She can tell you what.
So as Christie, before you answer, so my point is this. So it could offset money that we would use in the future in general fund to go into the paving fund that now we may not need to because we found this surplus money.
Potentially, yes.
Potentially,
So 1025 is what we do. We do paving out of it. We do repair replace projects. It's our internet use tax money that we get. It's specific for infrastructure, repairs, maintenance, that kind of stuff. So
She's got an unfunded list that would help use them in that money.
yeah, so it could be paving. It could, we haven't, the mayor and I haven't really talked about what's going to happen yet, but yes, paving is done out of this account with this funding, but so is other repair, replace, drainage projects, whatever.
But
It has the potential to preserve some of our general fund
Yes.
that normally we would have to go into. So that's a good thing as we're trying to increase the general fund as we move throughout the year. Okay, that was my ultimate point.
Okay, wait, Mr. Representative. Okay, you're saying this is a part of the internet use funds?
No, not this. This is not part of the internet.
Did I hear you say that?
The 1.2 million was.
This was ARPA, was it?
It was ARPA.
ARPA.
No, we moved our ARPA into this and it released.
Okay, what was the source of the 1.2 million? What project that was? And what was the source of the?
It was a Bay Vista project that was ARPA funded.
Okay.
And we had this as a placeholder until we could close out Tanglewood
All right,
ARPA.
So you split the 1.2 excess up to those two diversions.
Right, correct.
Yeah.
As far as what's to be paved, she's got about 30 projects on the list with no money to pay for it. At least you'll have 600,000 to work that list down.
What I'm getting at is that we had a vote about a month ago about the internet use funds, and we had the vote to set it aside. Okay, this is not the same funds.
No, it's not.
Okay, now, to be clear, what you're saying is that I have areas in my community need to be, potholes need to be fixed and paid. Could this funds be used for that?
Citywide.
Could be.
Okay, have you already allocated these funds somewhere else?
No.
Okay, so we can start presenting projects that we have in our area, streets that need to be paved, potholes need to be fixed, so now we have funding for that.
We can provide a list of those things that have been identified to be paved, okay? And it would be y'all's call to how you work it through.
When will we get that list?
Tomorrow.
I can supply. I can supply that list. That's the list I think y'all gave to Rick in the very beginning. We did some paving requests for, so we have that list, a running list. I can.
Excuse me, there's also a list, I think, in your engineering report.
Yes, I haven't been attaching the repair replace list lately because nothing's been changing on it, but that repair replace list that typically comes out on Monday with my engineering report, I'll resend that out this week so you have it. Those are all the projects too that would also, we use this funding for.
Okay, so it's not set in, the list of projects that you have, this running list, it's not set in stone already?
No.
Okay,
No.
Okay, because I remember not much was in Ward 2 or East Biloxi on that, so we can work on that, right?
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you so much. Hey, one more thing.
Like Colombo.
I do like to go back when I put someone on the spot and they're not on the spot anymore. I do remember asking you twice, okay, and you were very clear. We don't have any funds to pay or fix a pothole. So now you can give me a better answer from now on, huh?
Yes, I could say there are funds, but I got to make sure I can spend them that way, that I have permission from my boss to spend them that way. Yes.
We'll work on him.
Yeah.
We'll work on
And
him.
we can fix potholes in-house with our in-house crews.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you have some specific ones we can fix that are small, we can do those. So we can tackle some of those if we need to in-house.
Right. I just want to pull you off the spot. I put you on the spot twice. I know I did that. So I did, and like I said, I want to be fair.
Yeah.
And you're a straightforward person. I like that about you. You know, truth is the truth, and you don't, like I say, you could have given me a political answer that meant nothing, but you didn't. You told the truth. I appreciate that. But I'm glad to see we do have something to work with.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Marshall. Mr. Creel, you still have the floor.
Okay, let's see. So, item M, that's replacing or changing or swapping a fence. We're going from a chain link to a wrought iron fence, correct? If I'm not mistaken. My question is that at Beauvoir 90? Is that the lift station that's at Beauvoir 90 that we're beautifying, so to speak, with the new fence? Oh, okay.
No, that's the one at Edgewater Mall, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Rick, that is correct. It's the one at Edgewater Mall. It was a chain link in the design, but we wanted to match the style at the Beauvoir pump station, so it's consistent.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's why Beauvoir's in it. So we're not replacing or doing anything at the one at the foot of the Coliseum then?
No, sir, we're going to match it so it looks consistent across the highway.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. That's all I have.
Yes, sir.
All right, anyone else have anything for the consent?
I got something.
All right.
On item D, why do we need these?
These are service beds. This one and the next one is a dump bed for the vehicles. Some of the vehicles we ordered without beds, so that we have the service beds that they can put their tools and stuff in instead of just a regular truck bed.
So we don't have those kind of trucks right now?
We only have one, maybe two. So we're getting them to where we can have one in vehicle maintenance and some other crews that, like our construction crew, they can store their tools in them instead of storing them in the back of the bed.
Who comes to you and says, this is what I need?
Our supervisor.
$21,000.
Superintendents.
All right. And then the dump body bed, same thing?
Yes. Yes, it's for Public Works.
As we work through these, Councilman Nail, this will be the only list that we will have for the next 2 or 3 years of vehicles besides the police department that we're going to be requesting. So we came in and did this, and as we do the financing across the 5 years, that's why we did what we did on this one, and we've worked with you on those to be able to show you everything that we've got and lay it out. The vehicle we're getting older and older and older, and it was costing us more and more money to put in. So this way, we were able to go in one time and spread that money over 5 years instead of just paying it at once. The only ones that you'll see in here that were paid outright are the ports, because they had the funding in there, and it's easier just to do that instead of doing another finance from those, because it's obviously a different funding. So we're able to utilize that. So those are where we're looking at from here. Next year, when I come to you on the budget, then you'll have basically some police, because what we do is rotate out around 15 or 20 Chief Miller a year. And as those patrol cars roll through, so the next 2 or 3 years, we won't have any additional vehicles across the city that we're requesting currently at this time, unless we just have major accidents or something.
So if we don't get the trucks that you're asking for, we won't need this, huh?
We're going to get the trucks that we're asking for. That's also on here as well. Those are the ones that are in the 5-year financing. But those trucks don't come with beds on them. You have to purchase those beds separately.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right, anyone else on consent? Mr. Gray?
Item I. I know we're talking about a 5-year thing. Can you explain to us, all these, we're not purchasing them outright, everything is going to be a lease purchase, correct?
It's going to be just like you do with your vehicle at the house. We'll go to the bank and get a 5-year note. And at the end of 5 years, then we get the title for those. So that's what we talk about as far as a lease purchase, yes, sir.
Right.
Or financing.
We're not paying this money up front. We're doing a lease.
No, we're spreading it out, and that's what we've discussed many times. Instead of eating that elephant one bite or at one time, we're eating it one bite at a time.
Right.
So these vehicles going to last. These should last approximately 10 years. The police, usually about every 5 years, we rotate out. That's why we try to, every year, buy 15 or 20 vehicles for the police department. The remainder of these should be lasting around 10 years. So what we did was want to stretch that funding out instead of paying for it at once.
For the next 5 years, we shouldn't be voting on any cars, right?
I said next year. I appreciate you trying to catch me on that one, Councilman Gray, but next year, the only ones you'll be voting on are for the police department.
Correct.
And we have no plans currently unless something does come up. And, I mean, things happen.
Right.
But I have no plans currently right now, discussing with the mayor and with the different directors, that we're going to need any other vehicles besides the ones that we had. And these are replacing 2005s, 2008s. These are some elderly vehicles that we're going to replace to make sure that now our maintenance is not taken care of as well, too. And another thing, we were very fortunate that from a state contract side, we've got those down on the coast, so now we can also have a quicker route of getting them repaired.
All right, okay, I just wanted you to clarify that, because, I mean, it looks like we're buying a lot, but actually we're not, so I appreciate you for clarifying that.
All right.
That's all I have, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Creel.
So, quick question. So the 1.9 million, that's the total over for 5 years. Will I have another 1.9 next year?
No.
No. Okay.
Not on vehicles.
No, I'm good with that. That was good. There was something else, but no, that's good. So thank you.
Now, you will, though, Councilman Creel, you're going to have some more on the police, because they rotate and we kind of keep those rolling. Chief Miller and them, about every 5 years, like I stated, we try to get rid of those, and then we're doing those. For Mr. Nail, before he hits me up on it, we're also working to get rid of all the other ones on either dove.com or also doing some crushing of the vehicles. So we've been working with our legal and purchasing, and they've been working with Chief Miller to clean that out on the Pops Ferry side. So we're cleaning up our inventory. We're looking at what we need, what we don't need, and then we're moving forward on those.
So real quick, the cars that we're replacing, the 2005s, 2008s, we'll see those on the bid sheet like we have today, the Suburban. We'll start seeing those cars being bid. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think we'll receive these until, it's probably be end of January, 1st of February before these even start coming in, maybe even March.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Mr. Shoemaker.
Just one question also on I, and I know that's 1.9 million-ish over 5 years, but do we know what that cost will be yearly through the 5 years?
I think that's in there, Rachel.
And if it is, I looked through it multiple times. I may have overlooked that.
Only first year.
Not yet. The feds met on the 10th. The new rates have not published. We'll be seeking the request in January. Right, we have sufficient debt service to cover it in the budget, but I can't tell you exactly what the rate will be. We'll do the quotes 30 days before the vehicles arrive, so that we don't have to re-quote. The bank's just not going to hold their rate for more than 30 days.
And that number will be the same throughout the 5 years?
That will. It'll be fixed, and we'll give you that once we're able to get it.
That's all I have. Thank you.
All right, anything else on the consent before we call for the question?
Wait. On this right here, if you don't mind. So we're voting blind, and we don't know how much it's actually going to, the final cost is. We just know that this is the upfront cost based on the bid. But we don't know about the interest rate.
This will be the principal amount.
Okay, so we don't know what the final cost.
No,
we
you're not voting blindly. You know what the vehicles cost. What you don't know currently right now is the interest rate that we're going for. And that's one reason why we held off until at least December, because we knew the Fed was going to do hopefully a reduction in interest. So they'll do it again because we can't lock that rate in until 30 days in advance. Currently, those interest rates are going down, so you're actually getting a better cost than we did if we would have locked that in October.
But what they did budget is the debt service of 1.29 estimated at the time.
Right, and we estimated it at the current interest. Yeah. But it's going down, so we should be in very good shape.
Okay, so when you do know the amount of the interest and the debt service amount, you'll be coming back and let us know?
It'll be on the agenda again to do the lease purchase, and it'll have the full amount, the principal, the amount of interest, the rate, everything.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, any other questions? There being none, we'll vote on the consent, then I'll ask for any exceptions. All in favor of the consent? All opposed? Motion carries. I'll ask for the exceptions. Mr. Gray?
I have none.
Mr. Marshall?
Come back to me, please.
Mr. Nail?
I have none.
Mr. Creel?
N and V.
Mr. Tisdale?
None.
Mr. Shoemaker?
I and N.
Thank you. Mr. Marshall?
I have none.
Okay. All right, we'll move on to our code enforcements. Mr. Creel?
Item A on the agenda, PSGC Properties LLC, 2369 Pass Road. This property is still in violation.
Is there anyone here to speak on behalf of PSGC Properties LLC, 2369 Pass Road? There being no one, this case is closed.
Item B, Deborah D. Boland, 137 Holly Street. That case has been resolved. Item C, Michael A. Jones, 150 Pine Street. That case has been resolved. Item D, Thal On Doan, 152 Pine Street. That case has been resolved. Item E, Michael Pietascalzo, 165 Rossetti Street. This property is still in violation.
Is there anyone here to speak on behalf of Michael Pietascalzo, 165 Rossetti Street?
Good guess, Kenny.
Yeah, it's the,
There being no one, this case is closed.
Item F, Mass Limited LLC, 2638 Executive Place. That case has been resolved. Item G, Maybelle Hutcherson, 338 Maple Street. This property is still in violation. This is a camper that is parked on a private piece of property. That's not allowed in this zoning. It has no services to it. It's a violation, and the resolution is to bring it before the council.
Is there anyone here to speak on behalf of Maybelle Hutchinson, 338 Maple Street? There being no one, this case is closed.
Item H, CJ Shaw Consulting and Real Estate LLC, 0 Elmer Street. This property is still in violation. Overgrowth and abandoned vehicle.
Thank you. Anyone here to speak on behalf of CJ Shaw Consulting and Real Estate LLC, 0 Elmer Street? There being no one, this case is closed. Thank you, Director. Need a motion on the routine.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Creel. Second.
Executive session.
Executive session.
Oh. Okay, hold on one second. We're going to back up. If I can get you to withdraw your motion.
Withdraw my motion.
Thank you, Mr. Creel. We're going to go into executive session. So I need a motion to go into closed session for the purpose of examining the necessity to go into executive session to discuss pending litigation.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Chair will entertain a motion to conclude the closed session and reconvene in an open meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Tisdale, second by Mr. Creel. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Chair will entertain a motion to go into executive session.
I'll make that motion.
Moved by Mr. Tisdale, second by Mr. Creel. Any discussion?
Yeah, I'll state the purpose is to discuss pending litigation on City of Biloxi versus Mason, LLC, Secretary of State versus City of Biloxi, Airbnb versus City of Biloxi, and prospective litigation with Biloxi Shuckers.
Thank you, Mr. Abide. Any other discussion? All in favor? Those opposed, we're in executive session.
It's cooler in there.
Glad you woke up, John.
I told you, everybody got to see me today.
I guess we lost everybody.
You already know I'm around, you can't. Do a good job representing.
Okay.
All right, the chair will entertain a motion to conclude the executive session, reconvene as an open meeting, and note that no action was taken.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Made by Mr. Tisdale, seconded by Mr. Creel. Any discussion? All in favor? Those opposed, motion carries. Need a motion on the routine.
So moved.
Made by Mr. Creel, seconded by Mr. Tisdale. Discussion, Mr. Creel.
Yes, sir. All right, let's see where we are here. Okay, so I noticed in here we have invoices from the county regarding payments for Joe Blessing Consulting on the Save Our Sound for the total amount of $27,000 and some change. That is coming out of the 82,000, correct? That line item, the 82,000 that we had left? Right, so once the 82,000 is exhausted, Mr. Blessing doesn't have or the county doesn't send us any more invoices up to, unless we renew an additional amount to put in that line item, correct? So we'll zero that out, and then it'll have to be refunded. Okay, all right. The next thing is I see Keith Hurd's invoice came in, and I got a copy of his report. If we could have this report for all the councilmen, I know he didn't send one in October due to the middle of the month signing his contract. He emailed one in November that we got in the middle of the meeting, and then we get the one today. If part of that, of putting him back on contract was that he be available for discussion. Is there any way we can have him available either in person or by phone for the next Tuesday meeting? There's just some questions I want to ask. For example, the government's been shut down for 47 days, and I got that he's working with FEMA, working with the congressional delegation, and I just don't know how he's doing that when the government's shut down. So there's just some questions that I'd like to ask him, if he can be available.
Good catch.
Question.
Okay, yeah, so, and then also I'd like to be on record to abstain from the Curry Johnson invoices.
Thank you, Mr. Creel. Mr. Tisdale?
Not a thing, thank you.
Anyone else?
I do.
Oh, Mr. Shoemaker?
I'm sorry, real quick. I just want to echo everything Councilman Creel said about Keith Hurd. And yes, in the future, what he's putting down, and I'll be honest with you, he sent it last month. This month, I think we only received it because we asked for it. Again, we're paying him a lot of money, and it's very simple what he needs to do. And I'll be quite honest, I changed my vote at the very last minute. And I shouldn't have, honestly, but I did. And all he's got to do, it's very simple. He's getting paid very good money to do what he's doing. And quite frankly, I still don't know what he's doing, just like I did last month and last year. It's very simple. Provide us with a report. If it takes an hour, by God, he should be able to report that because he's making plenty of money. We shouldn't have to ask for this every month. So if he can't do it, then we need to revisit it. If he can do it, then I would say he does it very well ahead of time, so the 7 councilmen up here can review that, and if we have questions, we can arrange for him to answer questions. And if he doesn't want to do that, or doesn't want to make himself available to us, then we definitely need to rethink it. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Yep. Mr. Creel?
Just to follow up on that, and just to further his point and mine as well, Joe Biloxi Consultant does a phenomenal job of his detailed invoices. And Keith Hurd is included in this, exactly what transpired and all the things. So I got 37 pages from Gerald Biloxi, and I get a letterhead copy fact sheet from our lobbyist. So if there's a way he could pay more attention to detail, simply as his counterpart does, is all we're asking.
Let me respond to a little bit about some of the things, and we'll have some opportunity at the legislature for 3 or 4 meetings that it will be critical to understanding what the role of our lobbyists, especially with the legislative sessions going on the 7th and 8th, I think is, but FEMA was not shut down. Okay, so in essence, there was some movement. Joe Nicholson, Congressman Ezel's chief of staff, had indicated that there was some effort before, I think about 8 days ago, FEMA director, who was critical to the request, was we were trying to do some lobbying in order to get a favorable decision before he left town on the FEMA infrastructure. But officially, FEMA was still running the deal. It's according to Joe. He told me that. So the complete government wasn't shut down, but there was a 90-day or 60-day appeal that the time was running on their response, and I'm not sure where they are in their response, but that's just point of.
Well, and those are questions I'd love to ask for him or should be in here rather.
Appreciate it. I understand.
It seems as though we still having a misunderstanding with our good friend. I'd like to say this. The one way we can settle this is the next time, you just know, find somebody else.
All right. Anything else on routine? Nothing on routine. All right, call for the question. All in favor? Those opposed? Noted. Mr. Creel said he's abstaining from the Curry-Johnson bills. All right.
And just if I could reiterate my motion to adjourn in memory of Pistol Pete Misko, longtime coach, baseball coach for Biloxi youth, a mentor, and as I said, a member of our Sports Hall of Fame. Prayers to his family.
Thank you, Mr. Creel. Second.
We'll all second.
We're all seconding it. All in favor? Those opposed?